Hello everybody, this is Waldorf.
And this is Statler.
And today we've got a little thing we're going to do showing growing models to grab an objective.
Also known as cheesing your way to victory.
Cheesing your way to taught to me by the cheese master himself.
Cheese master?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We won't mention his name, but he knows who he is.
The cheese master that shall not be named?
That shall not be named.
Yes.
Alright, so situation is bottom of turn 6, got a unit of zombies. We're 13, 14 inches away from this objective.
And just to be clear, we're growing units, so it's got to be a unit that can grow back models.
Correct. And we also are assuming you have at least a musician in this unit.
Yes.
Which you should, for the purposes that for the flexibility it allows you, you should have that.
Well, unless you're light troops, you should always have a musician if you can.
Correct.
Generally.
And actually, I don't think I'm saying it's got a musician. It doesn't need a musician for what we're doing.
Depends on the distance, but yes, that's correct.
For what we're doing, it doesn't need.
You may be able to get away without it. Yes.
Correct. It allows something later on that.
Yes.
So there's the example, and there's a real. So we went back after the last video we did showing the cheesy movement.
We tried to do cheesy movement with just illustrations, and we got some questions and some hatred, and our feelings were hurt.
That hurt our feelings. You guys were mean to me.
Because we're old, and you got to be nice to old people.
So now we've got a pure unit of zombies down here, so you can see them. And you can see the distance they are away from the objective.
So that round thing is the objective.
It is. And the general's nowhere near us, so we cannot march. We cannot march.
Right.
So our movement of 4, we can count. We can try to do a movement of 4, and then really hope we get the dance spell off and get there. But that's counting on one spell, and the opponent knows it. And he can easily stop it.
And they're going to stop that spell if it's that important.
Correct. So let's see what we have for options. First, you reform around the center, but face away from the objective.
Right. Directly away from the objective.
Correct.
And then...
Since we're not allowed to march, but when you reform, the center has to remain the same, and no model can move more than the march distance.
Correct. So basically, we're forming conga line.
Correct.
So here's the same unit, same place, same distance. We put some little arrows so you can see where the center is, just to keep it marked.
Yep.
And then we reformed it, and here's a close-up shot. So we see that it's facing the other direction. You see where the center point is, and no model is more than 8 inches from.
Correct. And you can say that this model came from the front corner, and actually, if you were a little bit bigger of a unit, you could have stretched even further.
Right.
Because this guy could have come from the top corner and gone down to here.
So now we're facing away from the objective, and we're in a conga line. There we go.
And...
So phase 2, or phase 3, whatever you want to call it.
The final phase is now, since you're facing away, all you have to do is get an arise spell off.
Yes.
Pull some models, and you're there. And just to show that, I think the minimum value for zombies was 6.
Right.
There's an example of 6 models. And if you look, they're within 4.
Exactly.
Of the center of the objective. So... the other choice in this same thing, without those 6 models there, it's close, but you can look at a dance spell, and a dance will let you reform, face towards the thing, and move 4 inches, which may get you there.
So, and this basically, this will work with any time you have, and it basically works.
It's best with zombies because they grow so easy and so fast.
Well, it can work okay with some cavalry units too, because the bases are relatively long, and they have very long movement. So
you can't raise wolves.
No, but if you have druidism, you can do it there.
Oh, correct.
If you think you can get your spell off, it's hard because you only got one attempt.
Yes, and the opponents again should be waiting for
it. Right, but with undead, you can usually get multiple attempts to heal your units and such. So they're the better option. But yep, this is it.
And then they stretch out there, get within 4, and just kind of an overall picture of what you did.
And just to show the cheese, and so those arrows show the original center point. We've grown, we're within range, and voila, the game is won by us.
The objective is taken
because we got our 3 points
on a cheesy little move to get those things again.
So
works fantastic for zombies.
Exactly. So yet another reason to hate conga lines.
There you have it. There. So if you're looking at a vampire player, it's the last turn. watch for zombie
Watch for the zombie
shenanigans.
The shenanigans. Shenanigans. Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Because again, you can see how far this unit stretched on that fat last turn. I mean, it was 14 inches away from this objective.
Now, be aware of this. The counter to this is look out for these units that can grow a lot of models. If you have something, just to block them so
Correct.
they can't do this. Make them charge you. You can always run away if you have to.
Well, I mean, this
You
unit, the original step to it was it faces away from you. Last turn, you could have parked something in there and blocked it.
Right.
Yep.
Well, it was facing towards the objective.
That's true.
They're probably not. So, and then you just run away. Then they can't get the objective.
Correct. They
So,
fail their
'cause
charge.
They fail their charge. They can't do a reform.
Right.
Yeah.
So, anyway, there you have it. Just a quick little trick with zombies.
Quick
I
little-
mean, like you said, it can be used for other things.
Yes.
But I think Equitane with growing could do it very well.
Yeah.
Now
So
that I think about
if you're not, people aren't paying attention. They're not expecting it. You can all of a sudden.
it. You're like, what are you
Wazing.
doing? What are you doing? Why are
Yeah.
you stretching that out there on turn 6? Why are you even bothering?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, boom.
And as I said, sometimes if you're close, even you're not really that far away. You don't have to. You can use the growth spells to just expand the flank or expand your depth. And
Correct.
people may not even notice it and think to even stop it on the last turn of the game.
Right. Why are you bothering growing?
Right. Oh, sure. It's like a turn. You can grow.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, I just lost the game.
Yeah.
Thanks. Anyway. All right. Well, there you go. Thanks for listening.
Till next time.